Okay. Hello. This is my midterm project, and I decided to do it as a screen recorded gameplay because I feel like explaining some of the answers to the questions that you want us to do would be easier with a little bit of a playthrough. Uh, so, what you're seeing right now is my Steam library. It's not exactly robust, um, but I really like this game, Typoman, and I think it's very creative. Uh, so I'm going to give us a quick background on that really quickly. So I first came to this game through this site, or this YouTube channel that I follow called Funhouse, like a comedy gaming channel. Um, but I was watching some of this playthrough that they did, not playthrough, but a gameplay that they did of this game, and this woman, Elise, is like kind of one of the more like indie gamers on the channel, and she appreciates this kind of stuff, and like looking at the aesthetic and like the way that the game worked, I really liked it, which is what made me want to get it. So real quick, I'm just going to play like the beginning of this trailer, kind of give us a little bit of a background.
For all of its uncertainty, we cannot flee the future. One meets his destiny often in the road he takes to avoid it. Unfortunate is the land in need of a hero.
Alright, and that's where I'm going to pause it, because once I get into the gameplay, you'll see kind of what happens after that. So it's by this developer called Brainseed Factory, and really Typoman is like the biggest game that they've ever come out with. Because they're a small independent studio based in Germany. You can see that on the screen. But so Typoman originally came out for the Wii U exclusively. And then after about a year, it was re-released as Typoman Revised, and it came out for PC. And then it was probably 2018 when I first played through this game. So you can see right here, it says, from the outset, Typoman was conceptually rooted in typography, but its full mileage is a brave experiment that didn't materialize until later. That's because they kind of started out by wanting to have like your enemies and the people like entirely made out of like words and stuff, and then the rest of the gameplay kind of like comes out of that idea. This is the game's site. I should have had it scrolled up. Here's another one of those trailers. But you can see that it's out for all of these now, all of these fantastic reviews. I love this game. It looks really cool. It's very creative. It's a 2D platformer, and like with environmental puzzles and stuff like that. Here's some just stills from the game before I play through. Sorry for the pause, leaving dead air on here. But let's go ahead and go over to Steam and launch the game. Okay, here we go. Press any button. Boom. I'm actually going to go ahead and reset all progress real quick, so I can start a new game with us. Go. So we've just gotten a visual instruction from the game, but no kind of control like tutorials or anything like that kind of yet. We know that we're in the prologue because it's telling us that, but otherwise not so much in the way of like cutscenes or backstory or anything like that quite yet. A lot of that is revealed through like this first like early part of the gameplay. So if you'd never played this before, you wouldn't know, but it's Go, and because it's kind of a side-scrolling platformer in nature, you can just kind of guess, like, oh, is it WASD? Yes, you can use WASD to move around, and you can also use the arrow keys. Personally, I'm an arrow key person. So there you go. So right now, only the left and right work, and right now I'm just this little, like, ball thing that got dumped out of a truck. You can see all this stuff in the foreground. I love the art style in here because they make things like this word, if you look like really closely, kind of it's a creep, like it's made out of the word creep. And since I can't jump yet, this is going to be like a force thing, and I'm going to drop. And that's one of the things that I really like about this game, is it kind of gives you a way to... the words that make up the environment, like, let you know how certain things work. Like, I just ran into this plank and it made the bridge over the thing, and you can kind of tell what's going to happen based on what's in the background. Like right now, this word, I'm about to make the word evolve with the background, and I just collected another letter, which has now become a part of my body. So far, not a lot of, like, player choice going into this, right? Like, I'm just playing along in the game. Here we are, we'll get us some pants in the shape of an H. And now I can jump. Whoop. And just keep going. So this must be the save point, and I just picked up an R, which makes my whole body the hero of the game. You, the player, and the character are the hero, and there's this glowing little quotation mark thing over here, which, boom, reveals some story. Unfortunate is the land in need of a hero, just like we saw from the trailer. These kind of, like, philosophical-esque type things that pop up. I really like. The story that eventually, like, builds out is really cool. And now here we have a tutorial, right? This door opened up. This is press space. So I press space, he reaches out, and I can pull the letter out. Up. Down. Up. Okay. Press space. Press up. Oh, cool. Press down. Set it down. Press space. Pick it up. Now press space again, and he throws it. Cool. Up. Down. Space. Grab it. Up. And I'm gonna need it to jump on this ladder made of H's. Oh, sorry. Oh no, look, I can't get through this gate. I wonder if I can pull this lever. Perfect. And now that's a gate that's open. Cool. Boom. This is a platformer. Oh no. Crap. I'm really gonna try not to use any profanity, but I'm very sorry. Maybe I'll try to edit it out. What's this thing? I want it. I want it. Oh! look, there's another creepy thing. It's made out of creep. It's not falling in that pit. That's one thing that I kind of learned the hard way. Well, I can't go back and show you, but that's one thing I kind of learned the hard way about this is if I had fallen down there, I would have died because it's not like a little secret hole for me to explore. It's death. So this thing has the word move based on the tutorial. I'm gonna grab it, push it, and this is one of my favorite, like this mechanic that we just saw is one of my favorite aspects of this game. Because it's through like creating words and stuff that you can manipulate the environment, and that's one of the ways that players can have like an interaction with the game is because the more different the more words that you make, the more creative you can get with the way that you solve your puzzles. There were some question marks hanging there that I'm gonna actually come back to, because if we were playing this game for the first time, we wouldn't know the mechanic that would allow me to go back and get that. So this is the first cutscene, and boom. Sorry, everyone. I need to turn the volume down on this, because I am afraid. There we go. Wait, is it gonna happen again? Okay, cool. So we learned that like cutscenes don't usually have a lot of like player interaction. Like right now, I can't control the player at all. Oh, it tells me to run. So I'm gonna run away from this thing before it eats me. It's also the word doom, which I think is great. Collect this thing. Doom is chasing me, and war is calling my name. The only thing is the power of words. Thankfully, I have escaped my doom, but interestingly enough, I have not defeated my doom yet. Hop over all of these. Crafting new words. This is that mechanic that I was talking about before. Oh, this is all also a cutscene, that whole movement where I push things together. And now it's the tutorials walking me through how to make. So there's unused letters, commit to the word, right? So let's go ahead and get out of this. Oh, not that one. Yes, new word. Okay. Let's look at, what's the word down, which I believe is the word I need to make. Yeah. So I made the word down, and the gate opened, right? So it's not so much that I need to, like, flip a switch, make something say on, or something like that. I could have, had I had the right letters, I could have made the word open, which would have also made the gate open. We'll get through to some interesting things here pretty soon. Grab these words that are hanging, it says. So I'm going to jump at it and hold space. And now, oh, jump. I've learned this game mechanic. So these are all kind of those active, like, gameplay elements that we were talking about. And in the last unit, we were talking about some of the passive things, and one of the things that they were talking about was loading screens. And I believe what I'm about to talk about falls into this category. But you can see how, like, this menu is pretty simple, obviously. But I can go through those question marks that were hanging earlier, right? So I can go in here, I can select the chapter and go back. This might be a little far. Down. That guy's gonna come through. Oh, I fell in the hole. Earlier when I was talking about, hey, don't fall in this hole, I fell in it this time. Boom. See, here's those question mark things. Now that I know this, like, grab mechanic, I can go back and, like, this could be... Oh, I know this grab mechanic. I'm going to jump up here and discover a little bit more of... this, like, story that's unfolding through these quotes. Chaos and greed breed men who become heroes, but how can I be a hero when I am devoid of hope? Which is very sad. Right across, climb this thing. There's also this, like, whole dystopian world aesthetic. I like that this word trust is up here on the gallows. That's very symbolic. We have to escape our doom again. No? Okay. I thought that maybe he chased me farther or something like that if I didn't. And we've escaped our doom again. Sorry to make you watch that again. I just wanted to make the point about the game having like a little bit of replayability. Go through this again. Down. So, like, I'm playing this on Steam for my Mac, and technically I got a warning that this game might not play because it's a 32-bit game, and I'm using macOS Catalina that supposedly doesn't support 32-bit games, but here we are playing it. But this game originally came out for the Wii U, and that, like, word design mechanic is very much something that would have been a part of the Wii U when it came out, like utilizing the console's hardware that had the second screen on it to enhance the gameplay. But then when they ported it to all the other platforms, they just added it as like an on-screen mechanic. So here we have let's open this up. Word found, earn. Not very useful right now, but we can see over there that there's a T and a bunch of A's, spiky A's at the bottom of this pit. Come over here, pick it up, throw them across the pit, and then I'll jump across the pit, pick this up, put him down, and I'm back out of this real quick. There's a little gear here, and we can see that there's the ladder up in the corner, but I wonder what's going to make that ladder come down. Solve this word puzzle. And you can see the whole, like, sphere of, like, influence kind of thing that's going on when you make a word that, like, has an action. And that's going to become very important soon. Do some climbing. Cool. And I could just keep going, but that was one of those mechanics. It's like the proximity thing. Like, that wouldn't have happened unless I walked over near it, and it would have fallen. She taught me to seek truth over lies, justice over injustice, righteousness over the rewards of evildoers. Who is she? At this point, that's the big mystery. Oh my. Okay. Leap. So I know what's going to happen here, but we're going to pretend that I don't. I just got chopped. So if I'd have read the word, maybe I would have noticed that this was a little guillotine. But what's weird is I can't pull this lever. So this becomes like a proxy effect mixed with... oh crap, I got too close. I was trying to dodge it. Hello? Okay, boom. Jump. Oh. And now this almost becomes a QuickTime event, because now that it's down, we can see that the L for the word lever isn't there. So we'll pull the lever, and while it's cranking up, we'll run through, and then we won't get chopped. Perfect. Ooh. Oh no, our doom is back. Quick, open the gate. Run, run, run. More doom. Open the gate. And now I'm stuck. Oh no, what's happening? Oh. And there's a certain amount of like story exposition that happens just through like the way that the game is artistically designed. Like you can see in the wings of this woman is the word muse, right? So you have through like your whole like hero's journey thing, a lot of those kind of classic stories have like a muse, somebody that makes the hero want to progress through the story. And so with that, that must be the end of the prologue, because now we can see here in the set, chapter 1. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this P, carry it over here, put it down. Pwn. Get pwned. It's a gamer word, right? But I'm going to make one of my favorite words here real quick. Big ol' nope. And then he gets all sad. Cool. Keep moving. Dun 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 dun. Oh, accidentally made a couple other new words. Oh, look, this gate that's closed. Remember earlier when I said if we could make the word open, it would work? So let's push all of these downhill real quick. Because there's that whole sphere. Oh, I accidentally noped again. Bum bum. And then we'll come over here. And if I could learn how to spell, open. This thing says gorged on it, and it's asleep, and then the D just faded away. We're going to try not to make any letter D jokes. Oh, I wonder if this will come in handy. Let's go. As we're moving through, see. Oh, this red light, and it eats all of the things. Oh, gosh. I don't think I can fight that. It just says gorge. I'm not equipped to fight this thing. Okay. Is this how I'm supposed to go? No, but there's another story thing. All that I know, all that I am, all that I hope to be, I owe to her. I feel like these are all becoming about that lady who saved me a second ago, my muse. He is still just gorge. He is not gorged. So tense is important. Oh. And now I can pick up the D and feed it to the monster. And now, once again being gorged, he goes to sleep. Oh, I didn't mean... Ah. On. I turned the switch on, and it opened the gate for me. Okay, good. Here we are. Doom. And now we can see that the game is using these like on-screen clues to tell me that this gas is bad for me. There's this thing that, oh, it snaps and it also spans. Run, run, run. Ooh. Okay. Stay out of the gas. Got it. I feel like I'm supposed to keep going left, but I'm, oh, gonna, there's probably, is there a story thing up here? Oh, I missed the platform. A lot of these kind of like environmental puzzle things, the way that the environment puzzle works, as war gorged on everyone and everything I love, I try to stay strong and carry on. Inspiring. What was I saying? Oh, the gameplay environments. They almost become like QuickTime actions, where if you miss it, like if you missed a jump or something like that, like you could die. Obviously, the consequences of missing that gate a second ago aren't nearly as dire. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to make that jump. There's also gas. I can't take anything through this red light. Ladders. I think this O is interactable. Yep. Bring the O over here. We'll make the word down. Sweet. Now, I have played this game before, so like some of these puzzles I'm kind of going through the motions of showing you, just because like this is what it would be like if you played it. So now that I turn this on, we can see that the spans on the left is going, but we also turned on the gas on the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop back down here real quick. Oh, hop down here. Wait for these things to snap around. And now I'm in the gas. I'm in the gas. I'm in the gas. And eventually I will die. Right? The gas killed me. So obviously that's not the whole puzzle. So we reset. It keeps my words. So you can see that this thing is on still. We'll hop out. And then I'm going to turn this off. So now I have a little space to breathe because there's no more gas, and that spans thing is now just open, so I should be able to just chill on it. I'm staying out of the gas. Oh, or if I fall to my death. That also happens. We're gonna do it live, everyone. I have to go back up and flip the switch because it reset my span. Alright, no more gas. The span is open. This gameplay is starting to get a little long. I hope that I've covered everything I was supposed to do. Maybe I'll take a break here real quick in just a second to fall to my death again. To check up on all my goals, make sure I talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. And okay, we're back. Step back over here. Resume. Cool. Just finished solving this puzzle. It's gonna snap and snap and then spin out. I forgot to jump. Okay. I missed it. Boy, if I thought I knew anything about continuity, I would actually edit this down into like a complete gameplay video, but I think since I'm trying to explain everything down the whole time, it doesn't really behoove me to do that. I'm gonna wait for that span thing to spin around. So I've been thinking kind of a lot about how this game came to me through like the idea of like the big G games that everybody that like the game, like its cultural impact and all of that, because I kind of came to this game through the the cultural impact of like the big G game, right? So because like I came to it through what's basically just like a YouTube commentary channel. Oh, I got crushed. Dang it. Like that channel Funhouse, that's basically all of that. And they do a lot of work. That channel Funhouse, they do a lot of like GTA gameplays, partially because they're partnered with Rockstar, and also people love GTA gameplays, so they get watched a lot. There's a lot of like that sweet YouTube ad revenue that's going on. I see a story thing over there, so I'm gonna go ahead and write that out. I refuse to praise their false beliefs. I will do everything in my power to withstand this trial. Since I'm not going to play the entire game, I'm going to go ahead and talk about what these little things kind of turn into. Here, let's just go ahead and down, please. Raise that, opened that thing. But this room is full of gas. So what do I do about this gas? Well, I don't want to die inside of it. I don't seem to have any letters that make anything off. I do have the letters to make the word air. So let's see what that does. See, and this is one of those like character choices, right? Because now I've made this word air, and there was wind for a second, but it doesn't look like it did anything for this gas. So I also lost my ability to get past that thing. So I need to spell raise again. Discard the P. I need to push the little sphere of influence. There we go. But I wonder... I actually know this. But I wonder... I'm never going to make it through this. But what if I put this down? I can breathe. And it's going to kick the P out. Grab it. Gasp again. Oh no. Gasp again. Gasp again. Run. Get the story thing. Breathe. For the living and the dead, I will bear witness, even as I risk their gas filling my own lungs. So this story that they're kind of building is about, like, it's kind of this, like, hero's journey and, like, sacrifice and that kind of thing. Don't die. Oh, no! I spent too much time trying to get the story. Okay. I already unlocked the story thing, so I don't have to get it now. I'll just pull the thing. Take the P. Oh no, have I looped myself? Okay. Pull the lever, Crunk. Get out of the gas, get out of the gas. Hey. Hey, we made it. By gasping. Gasping for air. Oh, and now I can't go back. Great. Oh. Here we go, we got a cutscene. Hate. We're gonna have to fight hate. Kind of thinly veiled symbolism here. Dodge him. Oh, that was dumb of me. That was dumb of me. I should have waited. Again, these are kind of like quick time events because they're already going. See, that third one waits just a little bit longer, makes you think you're gonna make it through, but the hero only moves so fast. So I've conquered hate. Wound. Wound? Sad. Down, probably. I am gonna need that P to gasp. I wonder if I can make 2 words at once. Now I need to make this platform go up. Oh. No. I need to come and destroy this word. Your sphere of influence is too big. There we go. And we go up, and we will get ready to gasp again. Huh. Kick the P out. That's how you get through that. Oh, he's back. Oh, he's hate. Oh, dodge. Oh, he's gonna eat me. No. Ooh. At this point, I'm looking for a place to call this. Got him. Sad, this says. There's gotta be a story thing up here, or why else would it happen? Lair? Uh-oh. Oh gosh. Okay. This is becoming kind of long, and I'm only going to cut out just a couple minutes. Oh, man. Oh. So, back to the whole idea of, like, the big G game thing. Oh gosh, run. The big G game thing is like so much of what happens on YouTube right now, like especially in YouTube gaming, is all about this kind of like the big G game, like the cultural impact. There's a I see a ladder. The big G game, it's all about the like the way that people are playing a game or what they're using it for, and like commentary. people are just like using it for entertainment. Oh, there's a creep thing up there. I will raise my words, not my voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. Cute. Oh, and I needed to come up here to get this thing. So I'm not going to do it because then it would just reset and take longer, but if I'd have fallen in the water, it would have killed me. But I turned rain into drain, and now I can walk through the water, at least until the rain starts again. Perfect. Really looking for like a story checkpoint here. I might just have to call it soon. Oh. So I'm actually kind of glad that this took this long, because this is a new kind of like game mechanic. I don't know how well you can tell, but down like at the edges of all these things, it's like there's this weird like ethereal dust going on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fall, and it spits me back out somewhere else. And this having to pull me in a convenient place. Now there's a lever. This opened a portal over here for me. Where does this put me out? Just the other side? Cool. Pull this lever. Cool. Now I have this C. Oh no. I need that pig over here somewhere. Use the portal mechanic. And now I'm here. Put the P down, and we can escape. Huzzah! We'll go down the elevator, and I think this might be where I'm gonna take a pause. The screen is zooming in, so I feel like one more piece of action story is gonna go on, and maybe that's where I'll call it. Chapter 2 thing. Oh, there's a giant thing moving in the background. Oh, look, a story thing. Oh, there's one of those creep things, and it wants... It's my muse again. Again, unskippable cutscene. So, the game, very cinematic in and of itself. Not a lot of actual, like, character choice or anything. I just realized I shouldn't be talking over this. Oh no, my muse. And that's where I'm going to stop. Cool. I'm just going to review my goals one more time, and we'll wrap this up. Okay. So again, not a lot of interactivity, a lot of really, really good story writing. I really think that they put a lot of effort into the world building and how it influences the story through, like, their artistic choices, and also, like, they've written a very cinematic narrative, and it's important that the player, like, play through that. You're, like, playing through the story that they've written. It's not a lot of, like, me creating my own story through the game, like, using the game as, like, a tool. Versus something like Minecraft, where it's basically a toolbox, and you build things, and then you create your own kind of narratives out of that. A+ game, 10 out of 10 would play again. I will probably end up playing this all the way through to the end, even though I've already been at this for, once I edit it down, still probably about 45 minutes, and I really hope that that's okay. Thank you for coming to my first ever gameplay. Should be good.